look for these things, you'll find these small Wikipedia articles. For example, you'll find the Crimean Khanate is listed as this tiny force that was in that battle. I just said 1739, I think. And if you go into that, you realize that that was actually Little Tartary. That was the lesser Tartarians fighting during this war. So they've been written out at every level. It's not just Russia, it's global. So they have been written out of our history.
That is indisputable. It's absolutely indisputable that there is and was a global, or at least seafaring civilization that was at least modeled around Tartaria, which is on the map. And I've even shared it with my viewers, so this shouldn't be controversial for anybody to talk about. Found auction house map for, I want to say it was $84,000 sold at auction.
Right here that is Tartaria. You see this is the Caspian Sea, and you got northeast what is now Siberia, and the North Siberian Arctic Ocean, and going into the Barents Sea over here, this whole area, and that this was what seems like a reprint, like basic mid-50s explanation where the coast is off and everything, but it actually has really fascinating names.
One thing
that I'll let you take over the name part here, Luke.
Right, what was that? Well, I won't get into names because I don't have the translations hear me, but something that Dutch said there about the Vikings, as in seafaring. You didn't say Vikings, but you made me think of the Vikings, right? Seafaring. We know the Vikings apparently went to America, etc., etc. Okay, what do we think of a Viking as? Just picture what you think of. Well, you think of a blonde-haired, blue-eyed giant, right? And you go, it sounds a little bit like an Aryan, doesn't it? Right. So we go back to that map we saw yesterday when we were talking about it. We saw that thing about the Danites being called the Danes of the Dark North. The Danes of the Dark North. And the Danites apparently went to Ireland. Now they're associated again with the Vikings. So what we've got to start realizing is that the Vikings, the Aryans, because think about the blue hair, blue eyes, Aryans, Tartarians, barbarians, Hungarians, Bulgarians, this is where it's coming from. There is a huge connection. This seafaring nation of the Vikings is actually the remnants of this Tartarian empire, which is also the tribes of Israel. So if we go to the Danites, they were expelled from this area in the north. The Danites were expelled and they left. And the Danites, the Danes, the Vikings, it's right there. It's literally in the name and you don't realize it. And then you go, oh wait, but the Aryans are blonde hair, blue eyes, and are supposed to be a perfect race. Oh shit, the Aryans, the barbarians, the Tartarians. And that's where it comes from. It's right under our noses this whole time.
Oh, I agree. You know, there's actually,
and that they,
believe it or not, in the Bible, of all places, guys, in the Bible, there's talk about the Galatians. Do you guys know about the Galatians?
No, tell us.
Oh man. Okay.
Please tell
Paul
the story.
writes a letter in the Bible to Galatia, and it's to the church at Galatia, telling them the rules and how they've either broke them or kept them. And basically, I got a wild hair up my ass and decided to go look up the history on the Galatians. And it turns out the Galatians were a red-haired people. Galatia was in Turkey. Okay. And they were a red-haired, freckled people. People who had freckles. They didn't call it freckles at that time. They call it blemished. But a red-haired, blemished people that were all they were tall. They were known for being extremely tall. And now get this. The Galatian people had moved down to Turkey in somewhere